Biggest Loser is a big ratings winner. It first hit the airwaves in 2004. But when you add in the best-selling cookbooks, the workout DVDs, the show has actually brought in an estimated $100 million in just the last year. Now, though, a former Biggest Loser finalist is making some disturbing claims about the program's truthfulness and its treatment of contestants. Kai Hibbard joins us now this morning for an exclusive interview along with her husband, Jake Swierstad. Good to have both of you with us this morning.
Good morning, Erica.
Kai, I have to say, I was reading through things last night, and some of the allegations that you make are beyond disturbing. Give us an idea. What are you saying really happened on that show that we didn't see?
Well, what I like to talk about most when I talk about the show is, first of all, how grateful I am to be part of something that inspired so many people. Don't for one second think that I'm not grateful. At the same time, if I'm going to be grateful for my part in inspiring people, I need to take responsibility for the fact that I participated in a myth that hurts people. I have people that come up to me and talk to me and ask me why they can't lose 12 pounds in a week when I did. When I didn't. It didn't happen. It's TV. So if I'm going to be grateful and be an inspiration, at the same time, I need to take blame and responsibility for the fact that I helped perpetuate a myth that's dangerous.
When you say it didn't happen, do you mean that the numbers were fudged?
No, what I mean is that a week is not a week on TV.
So something that the show would ultimately say, this happened over the period of the week. Are you saying that would be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, less than a week?
I'm saying that it would be most times longer than a week, and I believe once in my season it was less than a week, but it wasn't always a week, no.
You've also said that it wasn't always healthy, what you were told to do and how some of that weight loss was achieved. Tell us more about that.
The weight loss for that show is for ratings. People have to remember that The Biggest Loser isn't a weight loss camp that happens to be filmed for TV. It's a TV show that's made to look like a weight loss camp. So there was pressure from production and everybody involved in the show to make sure you had as big a numbers as possible every week. And I could tell you that before I went on the show, I never learned how to dehydrate to manipulate a scale. And I left knowing how to do it better than some fitness competitors that I know.
You also say you left with an eating disorder, correct?
I left with a very poor mental body image. I found myself loathing what I looked like the more weight that I dropped because of the pressure on me. And I found myself doing things like considering coffee a meal. And because of the mentality that I was surrounded with and the pressure that was given at that show, it was considered acceptable to behave that way. I take full responsibility for everything that I've done, but you can't understand it unless you understand the pressure that was there. And
it's wild to just hear your account of it. Jake, I understand that you actually met your wife, Kai, during the filming of this. Talk to us about, did you see a transformation in her? And I'm not talking about in the physical sense.
Well, yeah, I saw a transformation in her. Every time she flew out, she looked different, and she was just always so very busy and going to the gym. Really, all she would eat was coffee. You know, coffee, Splenda, no cream, because that wasn't healthy. So she never slept. Just always fretted about, you know, special ordered everything, no cheese, nothing that a normal person would do.
And did you finally say to her, look, this isn't healthy, you can't survive like this?
You know, I was part of that. Family, her friend, you know, she was an RN, and she came back with her hair falling out, and we finally all sat down and was like, you know, this isn't healthy for you. And we talked to a trainer, and they kind of, you know, reeled her in and made her eat healthy.
My best friend and my mother are registered nurses, and along with my husband, they staged an intervention.
And thankfully, before we let you go, why speak out now? Because I know you're not looking to necessarily make money off of this, but this could cost you a lot of money because you sign a lot of contracts.
I made a deal with myself after that finale that I was such a coward at that finale that I didn't speak out and tell the truth about how awful it was, that if anybody came and asked me from that point on, I would tell the truth. I've turned down money for interviews. I am putting my family at financial risk to tell the truth about what happened to me. I'm going to get lots of hate mail, so when you send it, please make sure you spell check it. Fame whore is spelt with a W. But seriously, it's because I participated in something that I feel is harmful to so many people, so I own responsibility to make it better. I'm not making any money off this. I'm not getting anything out of it, except for the fact that maybe I'm redeeming myself a little bit from being too much of a coward to tell the truth at that finale.
And are you hearing from any other contestants or from anybody on the show at this point?
I am, actually. And I have to respect those contestants that had a positive experience with it. I fully respect that that was your experience. At the same time, I've heard from at least 6 that have come in seasons after mine that have had experiences that were just as bad or worse than mine, and either they can't speak out about it or, you know, they just don't want to yet, but they talk to me. And I'm incredibly blessed and lucky that I have active duty hero military of a husband that supports me in anything that I do. And, you know, I have to do this in order to be proud enough as a military wife to stand next to him with what he does every single day.
Kai Hibbard and Jake Swearster, we appreciate you being with us this morning. We'll continue to follow this as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.